Magandang araw mga ka-BX! Welcome sa ating first episode ng Com Chika Show. We're very happy and excited dahil kasama namin kayo today sa ating mga listeners na nakatutok dyan sa ating FB Live at sa nakikinig sa ating radio frequency na 96.5 FM. I am Ina and I hope you're all doing good today. Happy Friday! Ang saya-saya kasi weekend na. At aside from weekend na, excited ako because we're having a new show today and that is Com Chika Show. So just a little bit program brief about Com Chika. Com Chika is about Spartan stories. Story ng mga alumni ng Bachelor of Arts in Communication program ng BSU Arasof Nasugbu Campus. So we invited some of the alumni of BAC program as guests on our radio station to share their personal journey from their college life to their work experiences. And of course, huwag natin kakalimutan, we're very grateful for our sponsor for this show, ang College of Arts and Sciences Student Council. Shout out po sa members ng CAS-SC, of course sa kanilang advisor, Ma'am Rocky. Hi Ma'am Rocky, and to their president, kay Carl. Hi everyone! Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. At sa lahat ng nakikinig at nanonood ngayon ng episode na ito, you're welcome guys. Ayan, at para sa ating first episode ng Com Chika Show, we will talk about the power of message, the stories behind the strategy, and we have a very special guest. Ang makakasama po natin ngayon ay alumna ng Bachelor of Arts in Communication program dito po sa Batangas State University Arasof Nasugbu Campus. At dati siyang member ng DWBX 96.5 FM. So family talaga natin siya. And we're very lucky to have her here with us today. So wag na natin patagalin pa. Let us all welcome Miss Shekina Yuson. Hi, Miss Shekina!
So, good day everyone. So, especially po sa mga nakikinig natin, sa atin. And I'm happy po na ma-invite and mabigyan ng chance to share my story. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Miss Shekina. Kahit online lang tayo nag-meet ngayon, sayang di ka nakapunta sa station natin para ma-meet mo din yung ating members ng BX. Kasi I know for sure talaga magiging excited sila to have you kasi alumni ka ng BX, hindi lang ng BAC. Ayan. So baka gusto mong batiin pa yung ating mga listeners dyan bago tayo mag-start.
Yeah, yes, tama ka Ma'am Ina. Actually, I would love to po talaga na makapunta ulit sa school. I mean, makita ulit yung universities. Also, syempre, yung mga dati nakasama sa DWBX and makapunta ulit sa radio booth dyan po sa school natin. Yun nga lang po, syempre, working na and medyo may mga conflict na schedule. Pero yeah, nagawa pa rin natin. And I'm happy to be here po and to share my story. And hello to everyone. I hope na mag-enjoy sila dito sa interview na to and dun sa mga masishare po natin na lessons or inputs like that. Thank you po.
Okay lang yun, Ms. Shekina, kasi masaya pa rin naman kami kahit virtual ka lamang namin makakasama. Yeah. So, Ms. Shekina, before we dive into your work, no? Your work kasi is a presidential staff assistant at the office of the President of the Philippines, ano? Hindi lang any office, talagang office ng president. So, Ms. Shekina, bago tayo pumunta doon sa work mo, let us talk about you muna. So, you're from Nasugbu po talaga?
Yes po. Yeah, I was born sa Nasugbu talaga. Nasugbuan niya po talaga ako.
Okay. Tapos you graduated here year 2023. Pero nung elementary and high school, Nasugbu ka din nag-aral?
Yes, I grew up po talaga sa Nasugbu. So
hindi ka na talaga lumayo?
Hindi na po. Parang ngayon lang talaga ako nakalayo. Ngayong working na.
Okay. Pero nung nasa Nasugbu ka, like, kasi meron akong mga staff na kahit na nasa Nasugbu, nagdo-dorm pa rin. So, hindi ka na nag-dorm, hindi mo na na-experience yon yung nag-dorm. Ngayon lang nung working.
Yes po. Hindi ako nagdo-dorm nung students pa lang ako. Pero I experienced na like tumira sa tita or magstay sa tita na house. So, yeah. Pero hindi Nasugbu lang din.
Okay.
Especially nung college kasi malapit yung school yung house ng tita ko. School, so nagsistay ako doon.
Okay. So, Miss Shakina, graduate ka ng Bachelor of Arts in Communication program. So, how do you describe yourself as a student, as a communication student?
Okay, so, yeah, kapag tinatanong sila kung kamusta daw yung program, kamusta yung course ko, syempre, hindi maiwasan ng iba na magtanong. Especially yung may mga cousins or yung mga younger sa akin na nagtatanong sila na ano kaya yung course na kukunin ko sa college, program, ganyan. Ang sinasabi ko, lagi na dapat gusto mo yung kukunin mo. Well, may iba na hindi nila gusto talaga, ganyan. Pero yung sinasabi ko kasi, gusto ko talaga yung course na pinili ko nung college ako, kaya na-enjoy ko siya. So, siguro, masasabi ko as a BSc student, yung college life ko and someone na nag-take ng Com Arts, sabi ko na-enjoy ko talaga yung college life ko. Every part of it. Yeah, pero totoo. Honestly speaking, since when I was first college, syempre, tapos, alam mo yun, may mga, kasi pag bagong pasok mo lang sa college life, meron ka mga rinig na kwento, mahirap yung college, hindi yan katulad ng high school, yung ganyan. Tapos ako, sineryoso ko talaga siya na hindi, gusto ko talaga, kasi gusto ko talaga communication, yeah, and, so, na-enjoy ko ito from the very beginning, though hindi siya madali, maraming battles, especially pag sumasabay yung mga personal problems, ganyan, and, challenges sa college life, academically, socially, lahat. So, pero if mahal mo talaga yung course mo and gusto ko talaga siya, so enjoy natin. Enjoy ko siya.
Okay. So, ikaw, Miss Shakina, ay active na student, ganyan. Parang studious ka ba? Pero feeling ko active ka eh. Kasi part ka ng WBX.
Siguro, oo. Natawa ko kasi yung yung based on sarili ko. Type of students na parang, alam mo yun, laging gustong matuto or gustong mag-explore na parang I'm always curious na, for example, want to learn writing news, ganyan. Tapos, I enjoy music. Actually, kasama namin sina jam. Like joining battles of the bands, yung mga ganyan. Tapos, I try to engage din sa sports, pero I'm not sporty mo. Pero, parang, I want to have fun kasi talaga. Kasi mahirap, the reason bakit parang, ang hirap talaga parang, sabi natin, ang hirap ng isang bagay kasi parang nakafocus tayo dun sa challenges. Pero, pag in-enjoy talaga natin, magiging madali yung journey natin. Let's say yung ang dali kasi ng life mo, ganyan. Pero, we have to also learn to, parang to have fun while learning. Yeah.
Okay. So, obvious naman, Miss Shakina, na talagang, gusto mo lagi ng na matuto. Kasi 'di ba, you graduated magna cum laude. And nagbunga talaga yung mo, yung pagpupursige. So, Miss Shakina, ang gusto mo talagang work before ka mag-decide ng course mo? May dream job ka ba? May gusto kang gawin after? Kaya nag-decide ka to pursue communication program?
Yeah. Yes. Po. Parang yung gusto, ano ba? Kasi, siguro sa field ng communication po talaga, yung gusto ko, parang, gusto ko talagang parang maging career. And, especially when before entering college kasi parang na-engage na rin ako sa news writing, ganyan. Although, hindi, journalism. And so, nung nag-college ako, parang na-feel ko talaga na, dito ako. Dito talaga ako sa program na to. And even nung college life ko po, parang journey, while studying sa university, yung naaay ko talaga na parang sabi ko na after studying, I want to experience yung mapunta sa field ng communication, though not specifically, hindi ko mapaalam kung saan ba talaga, ganyan, yung news production or what. Pero parang gusto ko talaga mag-land dun sa field na ma-enhance yung learnings ko when I was in college about communication. So, kaya siguro rin, actually, not specifically na parang I want to write news, ganyan. Pero, why not if mabigyan ng opportunity, diba? Pero kasi, nag-internship ako sa public information office natin dyan sa Nasugbu. And then, maybe, hindi ko pa alam talaga kung ano yung magiging work ko after college. And na-realize ko lang na maybe may purpose bakit ako napunta dun sa PIO sa Nasugbu. Kasi maglaland din ako sa government, here sa Office of the President. Though not specifically sa parang public information office or department, but nagagamit ko siya. And I'm still here sa government.
Oo nga. Actually, kaya ako natanong kasi, Miss Shekina, kasi 'di ba before, ang gusto, before tayo, ako, sa experience ko yung parang ang gustong mangyari after studying, mapunta sa mga media industry. 'Di ba pag communication, yun yung lagi nilang naiisip na gusto sa media industry. Kunyari dun sa dalawang kunyari ABS or GMA, ganyan. Kaya tinanong ko sa'yo, ganun din ba yung experience mo? Pero yung sa'yo naman, parang you're open to work basta sa field ng communication. Actually, nice nga yung course natin na Bachelor of Arts in Communication kasi general siya. So, ang daming pwede sa atin, di ba? Hindi lang siya restricted sa media or sa writing, di ba? Hindi lang pwede din siya sa advertising. So, ang dami natin napapasukan. So, actually, exactly. I can relate. Okay.
Exactly.
Ang question ko sa'yo, Ms. Shekina, may experience ka ba? Like, di ba, communication program yung tinitake mo. May experience ka ba ng course shaming? Or like, yung misconception sa'yo sa pag-take mo ng course mo?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, kasi, na parang usually, maybe based on what they experience or nakita nila before, na usually daw yung mga graduate ng tinik yung course ko is parang hindi siya seryosong program or course, ganyan. Kaya yung mga graduate, parang hindi rin nagiging seryoso sa mga career nila. Pero, may mga naririnig na ganun, mga misconceptions. Pero, hindi ko siya tinitake personally yung mga ganong opinions ng iba. That's your opinion. Pero, ako kasi parang sobrang na-amaze lang. I mean, sobrang siguro dahil love ko yung pinapag-aralan ko, love ko yung ginagawa ko. Ayun, tama ka ma'am. Kasi parang sobrang ng field, yung program natin, so broad na you have the opportunity to learn na a lot of things. Hindi lang sa media industry, na ganun din sa government, advertising, communication. So, parang it's just, na-enjoy ko lang talaga siya. Though, it's a reality na may mga narinig tayo, pero hindi ko siya tinitake personally.
Well, that's nice, Ms. Shekina. Before kasi talaga, pag nalaman nilang communication yung course mo, ang sabihin nila, anong magiging trabaho mo after, or ano mapapala mo dyan, wala naman trabaho dyan, diba? Ganyan yun, mga wala daw pera dyan.
Actually, yeah. Pwede na sabihin yun, pero I mean, magandang foundation po kasi yung program din natin if you want to study further. I mean, maganda siyang foundation if, for example, you want to study law, ganyan. Yeah. And maganda po talaga siya.
Yeah. Parang we share the same thoughts, no? I love our course din talaga, yung communication. Pero ikaw, Miss Shakina, wala ka namang experience na like kailangan mo mamili between practicality. Syempre, papalapit na yung graduation mo, tapos parang mag-a-apply ka na, tapos iisipin mo, passion mo ba? Or doon ka sa may pera, doon ka mag-a-apply? Parang, may ganun ka bang experience na kailangan mo mamili between practicality?
Actually, yes. Pero, parang, at first, parang nagda-doubt pa ako na mag-incline ba talaga tong yung pinasok ko? Ganyan. Na somehow, kasi po, syempre, na-eye ko na talaga na parang, since nag-DWBX ako, ganyan, nag-news anchor, news writing. So, parang sabi ko, if I really want to mag-excel talaga dito sa career nito, talagang gusto kong i-pursue, sabi ko, dapat pumasok ako dun sa mga kilala nating media industry. And, siguro sabi ko na lang din, I tried to apply talaga. Pero, syempre, when nag-apply ka, you have to wait, ganyan. And while waiting for the graduation day kasi, nag-apply, nag-submit talaga ako ng mga resume ko sa iba't ibang field. Pero syempre yung related din sa course, ganyan. So, try to apply sa GMA. Tapos ibang mga radio station din. And also especially sa government. And nakapag-take ako ng HR examination sa GMA. And sabi nila, please wait for like a month or wait for our call for the result of the exam and for schedule of interview. And while waiting, nag-apply, pinatawag na rin ako after taking the exam there. Pinatawag naman ako here for an interview. And I attended the interview. And medyo mabilis lang siguro yung process ng interview and then start ng job here. Then while nagsa-start na ako dito ng job, siguro mga nasa first week na ako ng job here. Nag-message naman si GMA for the schedule of interview. Tapos I realized na maybe it's not yet the right time po doon, or maybe yung calling ko talaga is here. Yeah, pero at first sabi ko, na-miss ko ba yung opportunity na parang to apply yung program, yung course ko, kasi hindi ko nag-grab yung opportunity sa GMA at nagpatawag na sila ng interview. Nag-message lang ako na I'm sorry kasi I'm already starting po, pero I'm very grateful sa privilege ganyan na ma-call for interview. And while working here, na-realize ko na ang dami ko palang natutunan sa course ko na na-apply ko ngayon sa work. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, parang yun nga, it's a privilege din talaga para sa iba na yun nga, makaabot din sa mga interviewin na kasi ang daming applications talaga. Tapos yung iba hindi talaga natatawagan. So I can say this, naman talaga, based on my experience, yung mga nag-a-apply tapos hindi natatawagan. But happy ako for you, Miss Shakina, kasi even though parang gusto mo din yung path dun sa GMA, parang dito ka dinala ni Lord at hindi ka umalis. Hindi ka umalis at nagstay ka.
Yeah. Oo. Pero hindi naman siguro ako like your question dumating sa point na parang pipili ka na between practicality and yung dream ko talaga. Kasi wala naman talagang siguro yung reality na natutunan ko is walang shortcut to success, ganyan. And siguro nag-evolve din yung dreams natin. Pero syempre kapag gusto mo talaga yung ginagawa mo, it will lead you there kung ano man yung desire ng heart mo. Yeah. It takes time and wala naman talagang shortcut sa reality sa pag-achieve ng dreams.
totoo yan, Miss Shakina, I agree with you na nagbabago talaga yung dreams. Nag-evolve talaga siya na parang akala mo ito na yung like pangarap mo nung bata ka pa.
Yeah.
Pero it's okay naman na magbabago siya. Kasi minsan tayo in denial lang tayo na parang "Hin- hindi naman to yung pangarap ko dati, but parang iba na yung gusto ko, para lilihis ako dun sa pangarap ko. Okay naman yun kasi nagbabago talaga. So I can agree with you,
And yeah,
'di ba?
yeah, and I just wanna share kasi yung yeah, yung program natin, ah, parang hindi siya nakafocus lang sa specific na dito ka lang talaga. Parang wherever you go, you can apply yung lahat ng learnings kahit sa field ka, development, communication, and yeah, government, kahit saan talaga. It's very flexible, broad.
Okay. So, Miss Shakina, ang question ko na sa'yo, move on na tayo after graduation. So, ikaw sabi mo, nag-a-apply ka na even while waiting for graduation. So, um, nahirapan ka ba while applying for a job? Um, kamusta yung experience mo nung nag-apply ka?
Okay. Siguro gusto ko na rin tong sabihin sa mga students or siguro mga graduating,
No.
ganyan. Kasi siguro hindi mawawala yung pressure. Well, reality, especially kapag alam mo na meron something na desire mo na makabawi, makatulong sa family. So parang ako yung type ng student or ng youth na ayokong mabakante. Yeah. So parang after I graduate, siguro kasi iniisip ko na my family expect a lot from me. So, parang gusto ko talagang makatulong agad, and syempre gusto kong matuto din. Gusto kong ma-apply din yung natutunan ko. Parang gusto ko lang, siguro ganun yung akong tao na parang gusto ko lang parang maging productive, ganyan. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na mali na if you decided to parang rest muna, stay. It's up to you kung ano yung desire ng heart mo. So, kaya before pa yung day ng graduation, parang apply na ako. So, nakaka-feel ako ng pressure. Tapos, kasi syempre, iniisip ko, okay, iba, start na ng work. Tapos ako, tambay lang. Tapos, aside from the fact na gusto kong makatulong, tapos, umaabot ako minsan ng 12 a.m. research, naghahanap ako ng mga hiring, ganyan. Pero, I just realized na if meant for you yung trabaho, ibibigay naman talaga yun ni Lord sa'yo. We also need to have faith aside dun sa effort natin to find a job. So, kaya, actually, nakapag-apply na ako, nakapag-interview na ako before the graduation. And after graduation, tumawag na agad sa akin yung work here sa government, and parang inano na ako na mag-start. So, August 3, naganap yung graduation, 2023. And then, after a week, August 10, first day ko na dito sa work. So, parang hindi ako nakapagpahinga, sadly. Sadly. Pero, yeah. Yun, ganun tuloy lang yung life. Oo.
That's nice, Miss Shakina. At first work mo ba to? Itong presidential staff assistant dyan sa Malacanang?
Yes, oo. Yung official na work ng na after graduation. Kasi before, actually, ako nag-racket to inspire others lang.
Siguro.
I mean, hindi naman kasi aside from the fact na siguro yung pagiging scholar ko ni Governor, isa sa mga parang nag-push or nag-motivate sa'yo to study, ng maging responsible student, kasi yung scholarship ko naka-base sa grades ko, so we have maintaining grades. So siguro isa yun sa challenge dun sa aking college life, kasi my mom is also a single mom, and yeah, I grew up without a father, so I have to be responsible. and so nag-try ako na try na ako minsan, nag-try ako na try ako 1 week na mag-work sa isang Korean restaurant. Ganyan. So parang I try to find a racket talaga para makatulong financially, ganyan. So parang siguro isa rin yung sa naging reason kaya hindi ako masyadong nahirapan if mag-decide if mag-work na ba ako hindi kasi ando na talaga yung sense of responsibility. Yeah.
Eh, parang nakaka-proud ka naman. Kasi nung graduation ka naman, parang nag-rest lang ako ng 1 month. Share ko lang din. Rest ako for 1 month, I think. Pero alam mo yung nandun na yung pressure. I think hindi naman talaga mawawala yun. Like after graduation, yung pressure na dapat makahanap ka na ng work kasi feeling mo mapapag-iwanan ka. So yung sa'yo naman, Mushikina, naiisip mo yung may sense of responsibility ka na parang kailangan mo na talagang mag-work. Kaya hindi ka na nahirapan to decide kung magsa-stop ka ba muna to rest or mag-work. So, I'm glad na nag-work talaga siya for you. And I hope nakakakuha ka pa ng rest talaga. Kasi hindi ka nakapag-rest, di ba? Oo.
So, i-grab natin yung mga opportunity na makapag-rest.
Yeah, so work-life balance ka dyan. Okay, so Ms. Shakina, your work is a presidential staff assistant. So, can you share naman yung work mo, yung role mo as a staff assistant?
Okay, so yeah, yung current position ko po is presidential staff assistant and yung job ko po actually is a museum guide and researcher dito po sa Malacanang Museum. So, medyo, though, we are, yung main job po namin is to conduct tours and to share the history of Philippine presidency to our guests. But I'm very grateful and glad po kasi dito sa setup ng work namin, they give us opportunity to learn more, to grow. Hindi lang though we are museum guides and researcher, hindi lang doon na-focus talaga yung job namin. They also gave us opportunity to do admin works and siguro yung something na I'm grateful na natutunan ko, na experience ko while working here is the privilege to work in the office of the president and especially to share the history of Philippine presidency to people from all walks of life. And siguro yung lagi ako na-amaze is na parang I can't believe na I'm here is yung privilege is especially to to like accommodate yung mga guests natin na international dignitaries and diplomats which inspire me to more na to gawin yung best sa job, sa work. Yeah. Ayun.
Actually, very interested ako, ma'am, sa work mo talaga. Kasi nung nalaman ko na presidential staff assistant ka, like, hindi ko alam. Like, alam ko na nag-work ka sa Office of the President, but I don't know kung ano yung ginagawa mo talaga. So, it's nice na yung pala yung mga ginagawa mo. And, ang isa kagandahan doon, ma'am, nakakasalamuha ka ng maraming tao, katulad ng sinabi mo kanina. Parang everyday, iba-ibang tao. And parang nagbibigay ka pa ng information or ng learning sa kanila. So that's nice. But Ms. Shakina, ang question ko, have you experienced any challenges in your line of work as a presidential staff assistant? Ano yung mga challenges?
Yeah, of course, hindi mawawala naman yung mga challenges. Especially this is my first job. And it's like from student life. And then, dito agad ako nag-land sa ganitong kind of job. And I'm happy to share. Parang I'm also grateful and will always be grateful kasi dito ko dinala ng Lord after studying and maraming adjustment unlike yung kapag naka-experience ka na ng work from sa iba and then mag-work parang iba yung challenge. Especially may mga bagay na I'm not familiar with it kasi pero yeah, yeah, oo na like yung how are you going to interact with other people and yung pag-build ng relationship with other workmates. Pero I'm very grateful kasi ang dami ko natutunan sa program natin na parang dapat ko talagang i-apply sa work. Siguro challenge is aside from this is my first job, yung adjustment, pace, season, ah yung nature ng job ko, you have to be confident palagi. And actually, nung siguro yung naging advantage is yung I'm a communication student and I do delivering news. So when I'm sharing the history is napansin nila, you para kang newscaster. Para kang newscaster. Or para kang nagbabalita. Alam mo ba yun? So, syempre, kailangan, as time goes by naman, nababago naman yun. Parang natutunan ko ring i-control yung tone ko. Pero, yeah, siguro yung a lot of people naman siguro o yung lahat ng mga nasa real world, mga nagtatrabaho, siguro para parehas naman na na-experience talaga na kahit na like na students na hindi hawak mo yung time mo pero syempre you're working na sabihin na natin na ang laki adjustments tapos kailangan mong i-manage ng mabuti yung time mo tapos you have to be humble. to be humble. Syempre, may mga sa culture, sa work, may mga nakikita tayo na parang marami tayong mga questions pero kailangan natin gawin yung trabaho natin kasi alam mo yun, ko lang iniisip marami pa kasing dapat tayong matutunan na although kasi pag students parang maisip mo na alam ko na yan. Pag yung estudyante ka, marami mga students tayo, hindi naman siguro sa generation natin, sa generation or sa generation ngayon na parang akala nila alam na nila. Ganon din ako. Akala ko alam ko na lahat. Tapos you notice yung para sa'yo na hindi naman to dapat ganyan. Pero yung reality pala talaga is you have to be humble, you have to learn. Yung naging challenge ko is the character development. Yeah, I admit na na parang mahirap yun. Ganon. Especially sa siguro I admit na kasi parang achiever akong tao. Tapos, so parang yung mindset ko is I want to excel, I want to be, yung perfect lahat yung ginagawa mo, pero no, you have to learn to accept mistakes then and to be gracious. Kasi, for example, alam mo na yung isang bagay na yun, pero hindi naman lahat I mean, hindi yung knowledge na meron ka, hindi ibig sabihin dapat alam din ng workmates mo. Merong alam ka na hindi nila alam, may alam sila na hindi mo alam. Kaya it's you have to learn from each other and yeah, it's a challenge. Ayun siguro yung pero little by little na naman natin nababago and na tututunan, we just need to be humble.
Totoo yan, Miss Shikina, kasi hindi naman lahat ng bagay alam agad natin. And if hindi natin siya alam agad, it's okay. Kasi everything is a learning experience naman. So as we go along the way, natututunan din natin siya. Yes. So since we're talking about challenges, paano mo ba hinahandle yung stress? Or your conflict?
Okay. Yeah. First of all is yung faith natin sa Lord. Totoo, we have to pray every day before we go to work. And after work, siguro kasi Uh, I grew up kasi in a Christian environment and parang yung naging part na talaga ng life ko yung yung I have to go to church every Sunday, ganyan. I have to pray, I have to read the Bible. So, nakatulong siya for me to face the challenges, especially yung transition from student to working life, and malayo ko sa family ko. I'm living here alone, char. Yung, syempre, nag-rent ako, and yeah, malayo yung family ko. And, ano talaga, parang mag-isa ka talaga here sa Manila. So, yung una, yung faith talaga para ma-handle natin yung stress, decision making, wisdom from God, knowledge, and second, humility. So, you have to accept that hindi mo pa alam lahat and you are still learning. Be kind to yourself, be patient na if may mga rejections, if may mga disappointments, just acceptance. Ang mahirap kasi kung bakit na mas nagiging stressful yung life, hindi natin i-accept yung reality. Nag-expect tayo ng, hindi natin ma-meet even yung sarili nating expectation. 'Di ba? Like, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng, nafe-feel natin na, ma-failure, isa akong malaking, talunan, char. Failure. Kasi parang you're expecting a lot from yourself. So we have to be kind to ourselves and to love ourselves, not to the point na you're being selfish, but to love yourself na being kind sa sarili mo so that we can also love the people around us. Kasi if punong-puno talaga tayo ng stress sa katawan, nagre-reflect kasi yun sa mga taong nakapaligid sa atin. And yeah, so kaya sumasabog, yung nagiging toxic yung workplace, well, and para ma-handle natin, ganun lang. And lastly, siguro you have to be responsible. I mean, manage things. Manage, kasi hindi nagiging stressful lang lahat, nagiging kasi alam mong kailangan mong gawin pero hindi mo ginagawa. Yan. So we have to manage our time properly and we have to learn to say no sa mga bagay na hindi natin priority. Kasi kapag receive lang tayo ng receive, overloading na, hindi na natin alam kung ano dapat nating unahin. So, yun. Siguro yun yung mabibigay ko, how to handle stress. Faith and humility, acceptance, and then responsibilities. Responsible.
Ganda. Kasi first step, diba talaga natin? Acceptance talaga. Doon talaga
Yeah.
gagaan yung loob natin. Kasi ang kalaban talaga natin, sarili natin eh. Sometimes, sarili talaga natin yung kalaban natin.
Yeah.
But in terms of gender bias na challenge, may na-experience ka ba or wala naman sa work mo?
Ayan. Wala naman po. Kasi parang, especially government, sa government ako na nagtatrabaho. So, I think very, very ang government natin. I mean, sila yung nangunguna to implement yung we have God. Yeah. Yung gender equality, ganyan. So, and actually, syempre nagkakaroon tayo ng mga team building sa workplace and last team building namin, I was assigned to isa sa mga discuss about yeah, the GAD, yung gender equality, development. So, I'm happy to parang talaga to also share yung information on paano natin ma-maintain at maiwasan yung toxicity.
Hi mga ka-BX! Oh no! Alam mo ba ang isang hindi nakikitang kaaway na nasa paligid natin? Ito ay ang second-hand smoke o ang tinatawag nilang silent killer. Huwag nating isipin na ang simpleng paninigarilyo ay nakakaapekto lamang sa mga gumagamit nito. Ang katotohanan, Mas mapanganib ang usok na nalalanghap ng mga taong nasa paligid. Hindi lang ito usok, isa rin itong lason. Ayon sa World Health Organization, ang secondhand smoke ay naglalaman ng mahigit 7,000 kemikal, kung saan kabilang dito ay 70 carcinogens na nagpapataas ng panganib para sa kalusugan ng mga bata, matatanda at buntis. Sa mga bata, malaki ang posibilidad na magkaroon sila ng matinding asthma, impeksyon sa respiratory system at mas malala pa ay sudden infant death syndrome. Sa mga matatanda, maaari itong maging sanhi ng stroke, lung and breast cancer, sakit sa puso, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease at diabetes mellitus. Sa mga buntis, maaaring makapinsala sa fetus, makaranas ng preterm birth at mababang timbang ng panganganak. Pangalagaan ng iyong pamilya at mga mahal sa buhay. Gawing smoke-free zone ang inyong tahanan. Ang kalusugan ay kayamanan, kaya't protektahan natin ito. Isang paalala mula sa DWBX 96.5, The Voice and Rhythm of the Sea.
Okay, kanina napag-usapan natin yung experience ni Miss Shekina when she was in college as a comm student dito sa BSU Arasof, up to getting her job as the Presidential Staff Assistant. Ngayon, let's talk about kung ano yung pinaka-memorable work experience mo. Like, na-apply mo talaga yung communication practices. Diyan, na-apply mo talaga yung program natin sa work mo.
Yeah. Yeah. So, actually, marami. Pero siguro, yung i-highlight ko na lang is, kasi yung isa sa mga love gusto ko sa part ng job ko is, like what I said kanina, we are museum guys, researcher, but at the same time, we do project proposal for exhibit, and every month kasi, we have that, mga events na sinaselebrate natin. Like for example, March Women's Month. So last year, actually, I was assigned to propose an exhibit, and also propose an exhibit like for the whole month, how we are going to celebrate the Women's Month. So we have to provide a proposal, and including doon is yung mga design ng exhibits, and also paano yung approach, what are the photographs that we are going to provide, what are the information na i-include namin sa exhibits, sino yung target audience namin, yung market, and what are the pakulo, like mga ganyan. So, and how are we going to promote the Women's Month, like that. So, and which is napag-aralan natin, and yun talaga yung pinag-aralan natin before, and like communication planning. so yun yung love ko siguro sa part ng work ko ngayon na na-apply ko talaga siya, like teamwork, communication. Yeah, 'di ba? What do you call that? The knowledge management. Yung mga ganun nating project na talagang nare-recall mo siya and na-apply mo talaga siya actual sa workplace na. So nakaka-enjoy siya kasi imagine, mag-brainstorm ka, anong i-feature nyo sa exhibit, and then you are going to propose that sa board members, sa curators, and then you have to convince them to fund your project, yung exhibit, or to approve nila. Syempre, you will provide the pros and cons, and then once approved, so syempre, there are times na there are some revisions. Once approved, execution na. And then execution, at the same time we do museum guiding, so we are discussing the information. So very fun. So, and syempre nagagawa natin yan sa tulong ng mga supervisors natin, and also teamwork. So siguro yun yung part ng job na very fun and hindi ko makakalimutan.
And I can see naman na talagang habang nagkukwento ka, masaya ka talaga sa job mo, sa ginagawa mo. And I'm so happy for you. Okay.
And actually, sorry.
Okay,
Kasi aside from that, actually parang feel ko talaga sa bawat ginagawa ko, na-apply ko talaga siya because I'm sharing the history. I mean, communicating with other people. And sometimes we are interacting with the international dignitaries, diplomats. Imagine, and I just want to share it because you're asking me na memorable experience mo. And there are times there was a time na naka-encounter ako ng isang diplomat, and he encouraged me like I know na whatever the desires of your heart, you will achieve them. You just have to keep going. You're very good. Like, siguro yung mga good feedbacks from other people na yun talaga yung nakakataba ng puso. And also, like I mentioned na sometimes yung hosting, reporting pag may mga events like discussing the gender and development. And that's it.
It's parang affirmation siya, no? Na you're doing a good job. Ang ganito. Okay. Ano sa tingin mo, Miss Shekinah, yung skills na dapat meron yung mga BAC students para sa future career nila? Whatever, kung ano man ang piliin nilang career.
Very practical kasi yung natin, yung program. Kasi parang tinuturo talaga sa atin yung communication. I mean, kasi sa lahat ng workplace, mahalaga yon. Communication, planning, strategizing. So, hindi talaga siya nawawala. And which is siguro sabihin nila, that's very basic. Pero, yun kasi yung foundation para mag-excel tayo sa work, para execute natin yung gusto nating execute, para magkaroon ng healthy communication, kasi para maging effective yung work kung nasan ka man kung nasan ka mang field, and para effective yung trabaho natin. So siguro yung masasabi ko na mahalagang skills, communication talaga. And we have to learn. Huwag nating parang take for granted yung natututunan natin about sa knowledge management, communication planning, yung mga details on kasi ang dami nating natutunan when we nung nasa college pa tayo. Parang hindi nila dapat seryosohin nila yung mga learnings na yun, mga information. Writing kasi especially sa pag napunta tayo sa government or saan man, we always send emails. Diba? Tapos we do proposals. We especially hindi lang tayo yung nagde-deliver, we also receive information, so we have to analyze yung mga information na natin. Though alam niyo, natututunan naman siya sa workplace, pero that's our advantage. I mean, as a communication students, na especially for pag nag-a-apply ka ng job, so that's yun usually yung hinahanap ng mga nag-hire, di ba? I mean, kapag you're good in communication, kasi hindi ka mahirap katrabaho. Ganun. I mean, basic, lahat naman tayo may mga strength and weaknesses. Pero pag alam mo yun, alam mo na yung basics, so hindi na siya mahirap.
So, anong ipapayo mo sa mga students, graduating students natin ng communication?
Kanina siguro kasi nabanggit ko na siguro it's normal na ma-feel nyo yung pressure, depende kung ano talaga yung gusto nyo, mag-work agad, ganyan. Pero siguro wag kayong magpa-apekto sa ano kayong sasabihin ng iba. Ganyan. And be adaptable. And be kind to yourself, na it's okay if hindi nangyari kung ano agad yung in-expect mo, yung gusto mo agad mangyari. Be patient and be humble, be kind. Character, mahalaga po yung character. Kasi siguro knowledge you can memorize, you can pwede ka na maraming knowledge. maraming knowledge, pero very ite-treasure natin yung yung character. Kasi yun yung makakatulong talaga sa atin to stay sa isang workplace, be grateful wherever you are or kung saan man tayo mapunta. But at the same time, wag din mag-stop na parang to explore, to dream, and to grow. Ayan. So yun siguro. Wag humble, be kind, but at the same time, don't stop dreaming. Yeah.
Okay, how do you think this institution, itong BSU Arasoft, helped you or contributed in shaping your career path? Kung nasan ka man ngayon, how did you think the BSU helped you?
Yeah. Malaki. Siyempre po, I mean, sobrang malaki yung kung nasan man tayo ngayon, malaki yung naging part ng kung saan ako nag-aral, BSU Arasoft. Imagine, I mean, being a communication arts student, especially yung mga naging professor natin, I learned a lot from them. From the very beginning hanggang sa matapos. Totoo, sobrang grateful ako. And hindi ko nakakalimutan kung paano talaga naging strict. strict and kind yung mga considerate yung mga professor natin. Oo. And I want to mention names. Yeah. Oo. Kasi si na Ma'am Dyren, lang siya nung first year, second year. Na naging teacher namin. Pero sobrang totoo lang ni Ma'am Dyren na on how tin-repair niya kami kung ano man yung kung nasan man kami ngayon. And lagi niya sinasabi, especially sa mga nagda-doubt kung dito ba talaga ako sa BAC or parang naligaw lang sila. Lagi niya in-encourage that there's a purpose, may purpose kung bakit kayo nandito. And hindi ko lang talaga makakalimutan yon. And also, Ma'am Lenny, I'm very grateful kasi syempre, yung patience turuan kami to write news and also sa pagde-deliver talaga ng balita. And marami, kahit yung mga teachers namin sa mga basic subjects or sa mga gen subjects lahat, parang hindi mo talaga makakalimutan. And syempre, your classmates and friends, kasi hindi nyo naman talaga, parang it's a matter of tulungan talaga. Yan. And yun sila din yung nagbigay sa isang reason kung bakit masaya yung college life. So malaki yung naging part ng BSU kung nasan man kami ngayon. To dream. Yun siguro they inspire us na mga BSC students to dream and to not give up.
Wow. Parang ang saya na makita ka ulit dito sa BSU. So, talaga next time, Okay, Ms. Shekina, ito additional question lang kasi we're close na to ending the interview. Do you have any insights or suggestions sa ating institution? Like, something na na-experience mo before as a communication student na feel mo need siyang i-address para makatulong sa ating communication students, sa ating college, sa ating institution in general? May naiisip ka ba na like need improve or what?
Okay, so actually na-enjoy ko naman po talaga yung college life. Pero actually kasi nung batch namin nagkaroon ng radio station, booth. Pero we are very grateful kasi syempre nabutan namin yung ganon. Kasi, di ba? Pero I think kasi nagsa-start pa lang nung batch namin. And I know na habang tumatagal, mas nag-i-improve siya. Before kasi selected lang talaga yung join sa mga, sa mga news writing, ganyan. Pero before kasi when we were college, merong iba't ibang group na binubuo na for filmmaking, tapos news writing, broadcasting, mga ganyan-ganyan. I don't know lang kung na-maintain yung gano'n. Pero, syempre, hindi ko kasi alam kung ano na rin yung mga improvements ngayon. Pero, siguro, maano talaga siya, ma-maintain yung parang mga group. Kasi yung mga group na yun, may dance troupe, I think meron din. Tapos, I think may theater. So, hindi lang siya masyadong siguro nung time namin na ano talaga, na focus, ganyan, na talagang parang parang nagkaroon lang yata ng GC pero hindi yata na nag-continue yung mga groups or walang, I don't know, kung hindi enough yung time to monitor yung mga ganun. Pero maganda sana siya. I mean, kapag I want to join dito sa news writing, mag-excel talaga ako dito, tapos magpo-focus talaga para matuto ka. And if I want naman sa theater, I mean, very active din yung theater group, ganyan. Noon kasi yung time namin hindi pa masyado. So, hoping and praying na mas solidify yung ganun.
Okay. So parang at that time, yung sa time mo, parang it's a good start na
Yeah.
nagkakaroon ka ng initiative na magkaroon ng groups. Oo nga, ang ganda nun. For the students.
Pero parang hindi yata siya. I don't know kung nag-continue siya. Hindi. Pero overall, marami talaga ako natutunan.
Like, super na-enjoy mo talaga yung stay mo sa BSU. And kita ko din naman nga, Miss Shakina, the way you share yung mga memories kapag binabalikan mo at kung ito nga yung sa work mo na ngayon, kita ko talaga na you're happy and deserve mo talaga yung happiness mo sa work mo dahil nararamdaman ko super hardworking mo and nakikita ko din naman yun talaga. Okay, sa last question na natin, Miss Shakina, ito, what keeps you going?
Okay. Siguro, okay. Some things that, what keeps me going is my relationship with Jesus, my faith in God. Kasi if isipin natin lahat ng mga problema, mga battles sa life, parang ang dali na lang mag-give up. Parang ayoko nang mag-continue. Dito na lang ako, ganyan. Excuse me. Pero si Lord, lagi siyang nagre-remind sa atin na I prepare a great plan for you. Meron akong great plan sa'yo. And it just, every time na ma-feel na ako na parang, gusto ko na lang mag-give up. Pero lagi siyang nagre-remind na, hindi, there's something more. And, meron akong great plan and bigla ko na lang parang ma-recall mo na lang na, ganun pala talaga ka-faithful si Lord from the very beginning, when I was in college, hanggang ngayon. Tapos may isip mo na kung dati nga, parang nalampasan ko yung mga problems na yon, how much more ngayon? And He doesn't change. I mean, He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So people change around us, pero hindi nagbabago yung love ng Lord for us. So yun yung something that keeps me going. It's my relationship with God. Yeah. That's it.
Ang ganda. Alam mo kaming BAC family mo, Miss Shakina, we're very happy and we're very proud of you. Kasi despite the challenges na experience mo, even nung student ka pa lang, kahit wala pa ako doon, ang experience mo, challenges mo na-experience mo nung college ka, up to nag-a-apply ka, and then nung nag-land ka na sa job mo, because of your faith, mas pinatibay ka pa nun, and mas natulungan ka pa nun para mag-improve, hindi lang sa career mo, but like personally. So we're very happy and we're very proud of you. At alam ko na ganun din nasasabihin sa'yo ng buong cast family mo at ng mga tao sa BSU. Oh. Clap.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, I hope you thrive more at i-bless ka pa talaga ni Lord. At syempre, ang pinaka-importante, mas maging masaya ka pa sa work mo. Kasi naman ang mahalaga din, di ba?
Yeah.
Sana yun yung prayers ko din talaga, na sana maging masaya tayo sa mga work natin. Kasi ang hirap mag-work kapag hindi ka masaya sa ginagawa mo.
Oo. And hindi talaga may iwasan na namang perfect na workplace. Yeah, pero it's a matter of perspective, how we view yung mga bagay-bagay. So just be positive and don't let the chaos of the world ng surroundings affect yung inner you, yung heart mo na don't let them na i-bring yung chaos sa heart mo. So, just live. Live life.
Thank you, Miss Shikina, for this wonderful opportunity to interview you at makasama ka namin sa aming munting radio show, ang aming
Thank you so
bagong
much.
program na Chika. We hope na nag-enjoy ka, na kasama kami. We truly appreciate your time and effort po kahit na
Thank
galing nga
you.
kayong
It's
work.
a privilege.
Thank you very much, Miss. Do you have any message sa ating listeners, sa ating students, sa ating BSU, kahit sino, Miss Shikina, do you have any message?
Don't lose faith in God. Don't lose faith. And yung mga trials natin, temporary lang yan, seasonal. Seasonal. After rain, merong sunshine. Yeah. Merong, yeah. So, wag tayong mag-dwell sa mga problems and talk to God. Yeah, talk to God, pray, and be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and everything makikita natin yung changes, especially be grateful. Makikita natin kung paano nagbabago yung lahat ng bagay kapag naging grateful tayo even sa simple things. Yun lang.
Thank you very much again, Miss Shikina. Super happy talaga ako na na-meet kita, nakausap kita kahit virtual lang. And I hope na makabisita ka talaga. Hindi
Yeah.
hindi lang sa department, sa college. Sana makaakyat ka din sa radio station booth. Kasi baka na-miss mo na yung radio station booth.
Yeah. Yeah po.
Bisita ka.
Hoping soon.
Yes. So, ingat ka lagi sa work. Pwede ka na mag-say ng bye sa ating listeners.
Okay, bye-bye everyone. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you very much to our dear guest, Ms. Shikina Yuson, for gracing us with their presence for our first episode, pilot episode ng Chika Show. So before we end our show, we would like to thank our dear sponsor for this program, the College of Arts and Sciences Student Council, kay Ma'am Rock, kay Carl, at sa lahat ng officers and members. Big thanks to you all po. And thank you din po sa ating cast family headed by Dean Valdez, our BAC Program Chair, Ma'am Maru and Sir RJ, sa ating College Secretary, Ma'am Jam, Alumni Office headed by Sir RM, sa ating GAD Office headed by Miss Elaine, sa ating VCDEA headed by Ma'am Lauren Chain, VCAA, Ma'am Joanne, VCAP, Ma'am Vergara, Sir Eric, or dear Chancellor, sa ating BX staff, technical team, videographers, editors, writers, at sa mga tumutok sa ating live sa Radio Frequency and sa ating FB Live. Tutok lang po tayo, abang-abang lang tayo because we'll be releasing more episodes of Chika Show. So kita-kita po ulit tayo sa panibagong chikahan with substance. Dito lang yan sa The Chika Show! At here lang yan sa DWBX 96.5, the voice and rhythm of the sea.